Hello, welcome to another YouTube video. We've got a guest here. If she's going to make her face known in the video.
No.
Come and say hello.
What's up, YouTube? I'm the one managing the account. So, honestly, to be honest, I want people to be respectful and to share nice positive comments on the YouTube video. We are putting in a lot of effort to stay consistent and be motivated to post. With all your support, help us get out the hood.
Okay. Anyway, that's Martina. She does all the thumbnails and everything.
I don't. My job has been taken by AI.
Okay. We've got first week of the peaking block today. So today is a simple bench and deadlift session as usual. Nothing too fancy. It's week one, but for consistency, because I've missed the last 2 weeks of training, I'm going to document the whole peak and just sort of show my training. I'm also long overdue answering some questions I got from Instagram. So in this video, in between training, I'm going to do my best to answer it because I got some very interesting and I'll say questions that are worth giving a public answer to. So excited to do that. But as usual, let's lock in, let's get training. We are officially 4 weeks out from IPF Worlds. See you upstairs.
And scene.
So just rounded off bench for today. It's literally week one, so we're only benching about 182.5, which is not the top end for this session, but it's sort of good enough for me to get my baseline sorted and start moving on. Overall, bench is on a good path. Really, it's just managing the bicep, pec issues. But apart from that, we're sort of trending in the right direction. So fingers crossed we can sort of ramp things up this peaking block and have a really good day on the platform. Apart from that, 182.5 bench single, which moved okay. Really trying to focus on my pauses. And then we had back hustle, which was 157.5 kilos for 6 set of doubles. Frankly speaking, Stanek, you're trying to kill me. I asked for less work and you just increased the sets. But it is good. We need to bench more. We need to be much better on bench. As of now, we have deadlifts, but very quickly I'm going to answer some of the questions I got on my Instagram. One I got was in terms of how best to facilitate strength at the bottom of the hole in the squat. That's me putting in my words. I'll put the question right here. Now, I'm a big fan of accessories, and especially if you're not built for squatting, the best way you can become a better squatter is via accessories. Plain and truth. If you're not built for if you're not leveraged for the squat, you need muscle mass, and you need to learn how to control your center of mass. My best accessory, or the accessory I recommend the best, is going to be belt squats with a pause and definitely a quad focus. Trying to really learn how to use your quads to drive out the hole. Really find your midfoot pressure on the belt squat without having to worry about a bar on your back, and just pausing it at the bottom. Again, used to controlling that. Frankly speaking, I run a tempo pause, which is a lot better, and I really learned how to use my quads and stay over the hole. And I really think that took me from like a 335, 340 squat to being 360 plus now, because I ran that very aggressively in the run up to British Nationals, and honestly the results were amazing. Another really good one accessory is probably Bulgarian elevated split squats, just teaching you how to stay on your quads, because I think that's what a lot of people struggle with. And frankly speaking, you build larger muscles, or rather quad muscles when you do run accessories like that. Single leg press is also a massive favorite of mine. Any of those three will run really well for you. So we've got deadlifts now. I'll try my best to answer some questions after deadlifts and in between. But we've got an easy 290 maybe this week. But fingers crossed, it goes all well and good, and we're really starting to get ready to potentially pull a world record. Why not? Let's go for it, you know. I'm wearing the long singlets today. I'm not necessarily going to compete in them. It's just what I had available when I was leaving the house to train. But I'm wearing the long singlets today. I'm actually probably not going to wear on competition day, but we'll see how things move, see how everything feels, and decide on the day as things go. So deadlift time. So just rounding off the top set on deadlifts right now. Only hit 280. That was the top end range for today. Honestly, my week ones are normally ridiculously slow, considering where I normally pull. So 280 for a single didn't feel too bad. Legs are still a little bit fatigued from everything that happened the previous 2 weeks. So overall, a decent baseline. Really, it's just to keep on ramping up for week 2, week 3, and then into competition is more important. I've got back downs with about 230 kilos, 4x4, nice and easy. Once I'm done with that, and then I might answer 2 more questions from the Instagram questionnaire. This session's pretty chill, honestly. It's more about just documenting the whole process, showing my week 1s, into the week 2s, into the week 3s, into the week 4s in competition. So fingers crossed, not too boring. The weights are pretty light. It just takes my body a long time to recover. I can't do what the guys on social medias are doing in terms of their quick bounce back. Like I can't pull 380 and then be back to pulling 320 the next week. My body just doesn't work like that, and I don't know how people do it. Once I pull heavy or I lift heavy, my recovery period is very long before I can actually start to feel strong again, which is something maybe I need to work on. Maybe it's just genetics, maybe it's just the way my body responds to training, but normally my week 1 tapers very aggressively downwards in comparison to my week 4s or week 3s or even week 2s the block before. It's always like that. So we're chill. Back off some deadlifts and then answer 2 more questions, and that's the video pretty much done. Nice and easy. It's the start of the peaking block. Trying to have some really good momentum leading into this one. Trying to stay as positive as possible, trying to stay as locked in as possible. I'm gonna look homeless because I'm just deep in, make sure everything's locked in, have fun and execute and put up a performance I'm proud of. That's the most important thing. So back offs, and then let's round off the rest of the video. So I've just rounded off the last set of deadlifts with 230 kilos. For this one, I had to remember to use my legs. It's weird because once I'm tired, I easily forget to use my legs and really force that lockout. So I was sort of able to remember that on back offs, and I think that's something I need to keep in my mind, especially after my heavier weeks. With my legs a little bit tired, I just really need to think quads and pull through, push through. But overall, we're gonna speed run the questions we had on the day. I'll do my best to be as quick as possible so this video doesn't take too long. Does 350 plus feel just as heavy on your back as when you first did 200? Honestly, it's a slightly different kind of heavy. A very good example is I squat 360, I bench 220-ish, I deadlift 380. My shopping feels just as heavy as it did when I weighed 90 kilos. It's not like suddenly I have some super strength and I can fling everything by miles and I'm explosive. It's more that as you get more conditioned with lifting heavier weights and your body adapts to that heavy intensity and exposure, you just learn how to maintain your tightness into the hole. I think really what a lot of people struggle with when they first start is how to maintain the technique, the tension into the hole and out of the hole, especially once they're first starting, stay on the quads, not lose your bracing. As you get stronger, as you put on more muscle mass, as you become more conditioned to strength training, you learn how to maintain that tension and sink into the hole. So for me, first time I squatted 330 in comparison to how 330 squats, because that's the most recent and closest thing I can reference easily. It's just about the same. The only difference is I can maintain tension and express my top end strength a lot better, more efficiently. Hopefully that answers your question. If anything, I remember my first 100 kilo squat and I remember how nervous I was and I thought I was going to break in half. So it will come with time, whether or not you're able to squat 350. You have to put you some time in the game and find out for yourself. Best squat variations and accessories, I answered that earlier. Belt squats, single leg press, and then Bulgarians. Grow your legs, stop skipping legs, grow them. Pre-workout nutrition and timing, go check out my video on Instagram, which is really good in terms of liquid calories. Normally you want to aim for 2 hours, and pre-workout roughly about 30 minutes before your workout. Accessories, lots of accessories about big squat, grow your legs. Will I push conventional for 400? Yes. I need to do sumo 400 first. But long-term, conventional as of my body right now is more comfortable for me. So after Worlds, depending on what happens on the day, I'll have roughly about a 6 to 7 month period before British Nationals, and I might experiment with conventional again. Although I don't want to be really good in sumo and lose all the traction I built up, but in my lifetime of powerlifting, 100%, because as of right now, it's more comfortable for me to train. What is my ratio between SPD volume and the accessories volume currently in my training? This is a weird one to answer because as of right now, I'm probably closer to what you call an advanced lifter and quote unquote elite. So I am pushing my accessories relatively hard, but nowhere close to what I was doing when I started. When I first started powerlifting, I was doing gym 6 days a week, and every single day I was spamming accessories like I was a bodybuilder. Honestly, I trained like a bodybuilder who did powerlifting for accessories. It was the reverse for me. And I think that builds a wonderful foundation. And if anything, if you don't become quote unquote an elite powerlifter or you don't reach the goals you want, at least you have a body that you're happy with because you pushed your accessories really hard and put on some really good muscle tissue. Let's see, two more. Recovery methods. You just saw me pull 280. I deadlift 380 plus. I'm trying my best. Nutrition, sleep as much as you can. But again, we're full-time people. We're not full-time athletes. What's reasonable and what you can sacrifice time for. And then, what made me become an electrical engineer? I'm Nigerian. That's the answer, to be honest with you. Cutting, don't ask me, I've never done a cut before, so I'm probably a terrible person to do this for. I've always thought of maintenance or a slight surplus because I've always wanted to be the bigger, strongest version of myself. Best supplements for joints and bones. Go check out Bulk. You can use code AMJED, but on the real, omega-3 is a very good one. Collagen and vitamin C is very, very underrated. Those make your body feel a lot better and also a little bit more supple. And then the few joint supplements, but really do your research and find what works for you. Supplementation is good, but realistically speaking, movement is key. Lotion is motion is what I like to say. So if you have knee issues, hip issues, find ways you can move those with low effort exercises. So for me, for my knee health, cycling, and this is like 30 minutes zone 2, very nice and easy, and it helps me recover and help me flush out my legs. Very good. I had a really cool question from Regan, which is about which powerlifters will be the Akatsuki. That's from Naruto. If I was going to pick, that's a hard question to answer, and that's like a 10-minute video, bro. That's hard. But who's going to be paid? No. Who are you going to give that title to? I don't know. Ashton? I don't know. But again, it's a hard question to answer. If you want to drop down in the comments who you guys think qualifies for each character, let me know. But Obito, again, who do you pick? It's hard. Very, very hard. Who has that dual personality that flips? Ashton again? I don't know. I'm just thinking of Ashton for everything. But overall, it's fun. Week 1, nice and chill. Body's still very tired, but hopefully going to recover and have a stronger week 2, which I can really start to compare and use that momentum to go into my week 3. Apart from that, I'll catch you guys next week as usual. Show some love, use Bulk. They've got a massive sale coming up, very, very recent. If you want to support me, please use my affiliate link. If not, get yourself some discounts using code AMJD. As usual, love, peace, and road to Worlds begins.